Camping's
Oh, yeah. Well, you're a fan of the Boy Scouts, I hear. It's my beer.
Well, not anymore. There's too many girls in it now.
Are recording. We didn't get all of that first conversation.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Are we on live?
We are not live, but
Go
we're
ahead.
recording. Cameras look good.
What is... He's waiting for something to run by.
The cat. I was like, go ahead, motherfucker.
We are live.
We are live.
Well,
Maybe.
we're live.
Oh. Alright. What's up, man?
What's going on?
Hello, man. It's been a long time since I've seen you, brother.
It's been a few years, yeah. Probably, I don't think I've seen you since the one fight in Tunica at Fitzgerald.
Oh, my God. Is that a boxing?
Yeah.
Is that when I got knocked out?
Yeah.
You motherfucker. Like, nobody remembers my wins, you pricks. You guys all
I remember your win. But that wasn't the part of that conversation.
Well, I remember that night. So, oh my God, it's been that long. Man. That's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a minute or two, yeah. So it was...
I'm getting old, brother.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, don't get me started on that.
And that's why my knee's been not doing well, so it's...
I threw my back out washing my hands. So, yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm not joking. This is exactly what I've done. I was doing dishes one time.
Yeah.
And I just dropped a fork. and I went down to pick up the fork, and I went to come back up, and I was like, you know, the water boy when that guy goes, like that. I did that, and I threw up only 2 times when I was sober.
Yeah.
You know, that was one of the 2 times I took because it hurt so bad. It was like, oh my God, I'm old. Yeah.
Yeah, I was out on the road. We're in El Paso, Texas, and I was in a hotel room. I was washing my hands, and I just felt something like, oh crap, that's not. I can't move. It was hard to get in or out of bed. And, somebody's going to help me to go lay down. So, and I think it was just aggravating an old. Just something that, who knows,
nerve or something.
Yeah,
something just strike
that's what
you.
it felt like.
Yeah,
it was just a nerve. And it took a while to. I mean,
have you thrown your back out?
I haven't. That's what it felt like. I mean, that's like I literally because I was leaning over and I couldn't like straighten up.
Yeah.
It hurt, man. It felt like I'd been hit in the back with a bat.
Like, oh God.
That's not good. I'm too far from home to be. That's a problem. So, yeah.
Here, hey Jess, when it's on, whoever it's on, I forgot to tell you, just can you raise your hand to the power operator, just say like that hand for me. It's on me now. Awesome. This is great. Anyway, just to kind of, I meant to say that before. No, so we ain't seen each other a long time, and Gerald, you a business. Tell me about that real quick.
Well, I got a dent repair shop over on Colony Drive. We do door dings and hail damage, mostly hail damage. Waiting on it to storm.
Come on,
come on and storm. I'm ready for it. But
you're hoping for a hailstorm.
Yeah.
Like, please, yes, because I mean that's how you make your living, right?
Well, it's either have one here. I'll go travel and do work with some of my buddies and stuff that are because it's hailing everywhere. I mean, it's been a.
So how far do you go?
Anywhere I can drive to. I don't fly, but
hold on a second. Is that a rabbit hole?
What?
You don't fly for a reason?
I don't fly, yeah. Like,
you really don't
no,
because you're scared or something? What's up?
Well, I do have a little bit of a fear of heights, but that the falling is really what, I can't stand on a chair without getting a little bit, like if I'm standing on a ladder or something, I kind of look up, I get
that's actually, dude.
I rode a gondola one time. I thought I was going to pass out. I was ready to get off that thing.
What is it? What?
The gondola, like the big giant. You see them like at ski resorts. They're just the glass and
the square thing.
Yeah, there's no way it can fall. The cables hold 1 million pounds. It's a rational fear, but it's still pretty real for me. Not for me. Because I don't want.
Oh, man.
I just don't want to hit the ground that hard.
I've never done shrooms.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's one thing I want to do. Bucket list thing. I'm going to
Yeah.
check this out. I want to go take shrooms, and then I want to get you on a plane.
No.
Get you. Oh, Lord.
My wife's all the time. Oh, I can sedate you. I can this. Still no.
Sedate.
Yeah.
Oh, have you thought about that?
How am I gonna? Well, what if I freak out once I get to where I'm at? You know, it's like we're gonna go to Hawaii. I get sedated, and then I wake up in Hawaii, and hey, now I'm freaking out because I gotta go. You know, I know y'all are fixing to knock me back out.
What movie? There's an old movie. Did they put it the action? No, 18.
Yeah,
Mr. T's character.
Mr. T. Yeah, B.A. Baracus.
Yeah, B.A.
I can be
Baracus.
knocked out. I don't know how you function after you've been sedated. I mean, like I can't take. I have a low tolerance for like drugs and
Yeah.
medicine and stuff. That's why I don't. I just don't. Do it.
Well, hold on a second, because like me, I can't. I don't take pain meds.
Right.
I barely take ibuprofen, man. It's something from a doctor, and it's rare. It's when I'm hurting. It's like one of these times, but does that it makes me a different person? Is that like pills and stuff?
I took I think it was an Ambien and a Xanax.
Never taken
one once, and
I've never taken
I
it.
blacked out, and there's video of it. Like I kept going. I was doing stuff, like arguing with walls, and
It's like the Benny House song.
Apparently there's some really good video. And just, and I don't remember none of it. I just completely, I have a low tolerance for any kind of drugs.
Oh,
So
God.
that's what, my dad smoked pot, and I'd be around it. I'd be laying on the floor. If I took a hit off a joint, I'm in the ground.
You're done.
I'm done. Yeah.
Oh, that's no fun, Gerald.
It's weird. You drink like a fish, but I can't, like I don't understand. So
that's your thing. You're drinking your thing, having a beer.
I don't really drink that much anymore.
No.
I will a little bit, just to, if I'm not going to be going anywhere or whatever.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I mean, it's not, I like it. I still like to drink. I'm not going to say I don't. But, it's just one of them things I just don't do.
Well, ain't that how we met?
Well, do you want to tell the story of how the night?
I don't remember, man.
Yeah.
I remember, but I don't remember. We were watching a fight that night, right?
Yeah, we'd gotten kicked out of
No.
3 places, and one of us went to jail.
Oh Lord, no.
Well, yeah, it was a bad deal. And we'd gotten kicked out of what was it, Upper Crust Pizza?
But we weren't really actually doing anything. We just couldn't sit. Everybody's watching the fights and they're wanting us to sit. It was like, where did we go?
Yeah, we were having a good. Well, me and another guy, we had a table kind of at Upper Crust, and y'all were kind of hanging out behind us. So I said, "Well, just come over here."
Yeah.
And that was when
And that's how we met.
But we'd been talking on Facebook for a while.
Oh gosh.
But so we knew who each other were. But
I thought, yeah.
and then we went to Cregan's and.
Well, do you remember how that started? Jeremy was paying his bill. And I just met Jeremy, I think. Yeah. I just met him. I'm not too sure how long I knew. And he was arguing with somebody, and I'd already walked outside.
Yeah.
I was out by my car.
And the bouncer's coming out being just... And I was like, what are y'all doing?
What is
leaving.
happening? What is going on?
Why are y'all... And the owner of Cregan's, been out there being mouthy and stuff. So...
That was a weird night. But it was still a fun night. It was a funny...
There were 2 guys approached you, and you were gone. You were pretty drunk. We all were. We were all pretty... And they were just mouthy. I remember they were both in your face, and you elbowed one in the face, and the other one took off running. And the guy that you elbowed was crying.
It was because it was so ridiculous.
They started the fight.
It was like, dude, don't do this. It was before I could actually be the person that I kind of am now. Yeah. I mean, this is what, 10 years ago?
Maybe
it's probably about 10 years ago.
It was 09.
Yeah, because it was what was in the fight? Those fights that night when it all started.
It was Lesnar and Couture.
Couture?
No,
Lesnar and Carwin.
Same Carwin, yeah.
It was Lesnar and Carwin.
Yeah.
Because it was such a big fight, and Brock was doing so great. People forget that fight. That was a great fight because Carwin's a beast.
Yeah, and he was taking it to,
Mhm.
Lesnar, but then he gassed out. And
Yeah,
then
then he was
then
done.
It was over. He couldn't even pick his arms up.
Yeah.
Like,
But no, I mean, so that was the night we met, Lord. And so you own to hail and back.
Right.
Okay, and you go all across the country wherever it hails you. Don't fly.
I don't fly. If I can
Because,
drive there. Which I stayed at
I've got a bucket list. I've never done anything chemically, like, enhancing. I'm not a big drug guy.
Right.
I've never have been. There was a time when I was in San Diego, there was a little bit of, different stuff, but San Diego is a different place. California is a different spot, man.
Yeah, I can
There's a
imagine.
culture there. It's almost like weed would be in Seattle or something.
Right.
The cocaine and stuff like that, but there wasn't ever pills. I've never been around pills that much. Or maybe I refuse to take them.
Yeah.
It just makes me a different person. I can't do it like you disappear into the rabbit hole you disappear.
Yeah.
But no, we're I just kind of wanted to have a different type of conversation. I ain't talked to you in years, and last night, what's funny about this is what's rare is I really don't read anything.
Yeah.
I don't read comments. I don't read on social media and everything else. I really don't read anything.
Right.
If I see you responded, I'll just like it and say, "Hey, man, look, I'm just trying to see something funny or cool, or I got my couple minutes, whatever I'm doing, or I'm doing my social media, to promote the gym or the fights and stuff like that, and so." So I really don't read, but I've seen, and I've when I see your comments, and there could be one whenever,
Right.
and I might be there or not, and scroll down enough, but when I see your comments, I always stop. I always stop because you're one of the funniest dudes I know. Like, me and you've always laughed so much when we get together. And last night, what was the comment? Like, there was something on social media about, what was it, Trump winning again or something? Or did I do that? Did I post that, or what'd you comment?
I think there was several actually. Cause, I'm trying to remember because the one exactly that you commented on.
Whatever it is, it was Trump.
Yeah.
It was about Trump, and it was about like re-election or something, wasn't it? I don't know.
I don't think that's what the post was, but I think that's where the comments.
The conversation we started.
Because there were several that I commented on. They showed a video of like Trump getting out in where was he? He's in London, and nobody was there to agree or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's London. They're still a little butthurt.
And they're still not happy. They didn't win.
I was like, take them to England. It'd be the same thing. Go to Britain. Just whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
You can't just president of United States.
I mean, how many times when another president comes to this country, I don't care.
Yeah,
It's like,
I'm not gonna.
hey, China's president's coming. So what, man? Like,
If the Queen of England went to freaking.
I cannot wait. This is the one person I cannot wait to see the funeral of this woman.
Right.
It's just because it's legendary. It's like it's going to happen. She's going to die. She's made it this damn far. She's been alive my whole life.
Yeah, exactly.
I've always known about the Queen, and I cannot wait to see what happens when that woman dies.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to that's another rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But back to the Trump thing. So like we're just talking about Trump, and we're talking outside a little bit about this.
Right.
Okay, and you said we just got to talking about Trump, and you were making a comment to me.
Well, it was that reaction when he first had announced that he was going to run for president, that it was kind of mine, and even my wife Becca, we both kind of had the feel, well, he's just in here to sabotage the Republican ticket,
Yeah.
because we pretty much knew who was going to get the nomination on the Democrat side, but and then when you start listening to him, if that's your thing, if you can keep your mind open enough to listen to him.
Most people
don't. There's people that are so hardcore Democrat that their brain just loses all
I
function.
don't understand. It's like rooting for Ford or Chevy.
Yeah.
You know how pissed I get when I see the sticker, that old little Calvin guy peeing on Chevy symbol? Like, you really care about them? Like, you care about that company, don't give a shit about you.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're a fan of it. But anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and none of them are made here, so why are you so pro whatever?
Yeah. Anyway, but
yeah, that was always my kind of first reaction was, which I growing up I didn't really care for Trump. I mean, it was just just the arrogance and but if you listen to him, like with him wanting to make sure that vets get taken care of and things like that, and the board. Which the thing with the borders is, Obama and Clinton said the same stuff.
Oh yeah, you can look at the videos
stuff.
too.
Yeah, you can find them
look
all
at the
day
videos.
long.
Yeah, but here's the thing:
to secure the borders and
we got talking about this outside. Is do you think? And we'll get back to the secure the borders, and I'm going to write that down, just so I don't forget. And that's just a different rabbit hole there. But
right.
I was talking. This is what's funny. You talked about his arrogance. And then we talked. Well, there's two things. I was like, man, he's a billionaire.
Right. So
he's been a prince his whole life.
So you wonder if his arrogance just comes from you can't have that much going for you and not be a little arrogant.
Come on, look at any football player, any boxer. We love it.
Well, yeah.
We want it. And here's the thing: like I said outside, I was like, man, we make $30,000 a year, and we're acting like we're the shit in Jonesboro. We're like, hey.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
my bills are flat. If I had $1 billion, I wouldn't have a conversation ever with you again. Just be that guy.
That's a level of winning you can't comprehend. I mean,
it's like,
you can't fathom how.
You mean I can go to Sam's and buy it all today?
You can buy all at Sam's.
I don't want to see any more people at Sam's. That's my Sam's. And I would buy, if I had $1 billion, I'd buy that Sam's. Because these people, things are changing in this town. Things are good. When I go to Sam's, and I'm going to ask you a question, does anybody make this comment to you? People comment on what's in my basket. And the one lady, I was like, what? It's a lady. They're always women, and they're always commenting on what things in my basket. The one lady's like, that Bill's, it's $3 cheaper. And I'm like, dude, why are you talking to me? I got my headphones in and my sunglasses on. Yeah, I realize I look like that douche.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it because I don't want to talk to you.
Oh my gosh.
And making comments about my bacon.
What's even worse about that is when somebody at the checkout line, but the person checking you out does that. Man, that stuff's expensive. Why are you?
Well, I see you're eating healthy. Huh? Okay, we're eating healthy.
The shampoo's $5.
Just bag it, Gretel. Get it going. What are you doing? Come on. It's like, I don't, okay, no, I take that back. Because, I'm a hater. Because all the people at Bill's, the grocery store, I only go to certain places. Yeah. I don't go out too much anymore. I don't venture out in public. Right. So I go to the banks in the corner, Bill's, which I know all of them. Right. I talk to them every day. I'm like, hey, Margaret, what's up, bro? What's up? Yeah. And then I go to Sam's Club. I know all the employees. They know me. I talk to James. I talk to Ron. We'll talk to all these guys. So I am a hater on them. But I feel bad now. Yeah. But no, it's the public that talks to me. Yeah. And it's just like, I don't want to talk to you. Yeah. I don't want to respond to this. This is very uncomfortable. I want to go back to my home. Because I have now I just disappeared from the world.
I usually have so many things going on in my head, so many things I'm thinking about, and then if you interrupt me in my conversation,
my list,
like I was trying to think of about 5 or 6 things, and you just
you son of a bitch over the apples, which are Gala or Fuji. You're asking me that right now, you inconsiderate prick. That's how. Yeah, I'm a little bit screwed. I'm not a good person as far as it goes in public. But it's the same thing. I'm thinking this. Knock it out. Because we both own businesses.
Right.
There's no time. It's like I will go like this and back up. All right, man. Felt like I slept 30 minutes. Right. Then that's a lot. I need that. Those naps because we're just constantly doing something.
It's like a little vacation, getting a
nap. It's like, yay.
Getting to sleep and
You know, but no, I don't know why we went on that. Sorry,
It's
sorry. But back to what we were talking about Trump. We were talking about his. You were saying about his arrogance, and I was saying, well, if I was a billionaire my whole life, I'd be it too. But at the same time, when he talked about the troops and when he talked about like the things that he was running the campaign, and if you listened to him,
yeah,
like he was kind of crafty in his words and how he set it up. I think he did set it up with his campaign manager, whatever, to hit us, the people that are swinging our swag at $30,000 a year.
Right.
You know, so I mean, if he's that arrogant, but he's talking to us, man.
Right. But it's it's like being able to stop listening to what he says or your feelings getting hurt. Just listen to what he's talking about.
Yeah, stop listening to what other people are saying about he represents and looking for it. Because that's the thing. They said they might say he's racist. Well, then the whole time you're just waiting for him to say something racist. You ain't listening to politics. Right. You ain't listening to what he's doing.
Muhammad Ali didn't think he was racist. Rosa Parks didn't think he was racist.
He wasn't racist till he got elected.
Well, he never was. He's still not.
No. All of them. Don King was his friend, baby. We all want to be up on Trump. Because guess what? Don King was kissing his ass when he was at Trump's hotel when Tyson fight.
Exactly.
Tyson fought.
Tyson.
Suck, man. I got...
Hush. It's all right. But yeah, listen to what he's talking about, because people worry about the dumbest stuff and they get just hung up on, trying to pick every little thing apart. Let's, make him sound right. You can't make somebody racist just because you want them to be racist. You know, when they're not, they never have been, and now all of a sudden he's president. So, and
I think they've made him a lot of things. There's a lot of, and that's what you brought up earlier. Is like, man, Clinton and Obama said the same shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
it was the same speeches. It was the same thing.
Made the same campaign promises.
Oh my God!
And followed through on none of them.
No, and here's the thing. Let me, and this is because we're both clearly I don't. Here's the truth. We'll talk about Hillary in a little bit. I don't generally care who the president is.
Right.
I just want us to keep winning.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Have you seen other countries?
Oh, yeah.
Have you been? Well, you don't. You go on planes, man. You might have
seen pictures and seen all.
I've been to different countries. I've been to Mexico, Canada, Poland, Ireland, Russia, Spain. Okay, I've been to these places. There's no place like home. Just ungrateful asses that everybody is. I am thankful every day I live here. I got so pissed off because I was so arrogant because I was so used to one thing when I moved to Jonesboro. Concrete. Yeah. You guys had gravel everywhere, shattering. Like every car I bought as soon as I got off the car lot, pump. But now the roads are coming.
Potholes.
Potholes and all these trucks, but the roads are here. Yeah. And that's where my arrogance shows. I'm like, huh? How dare them have gravel roads in a town, But that's my arrogance. I've seen these other countries, and I'm like, man, I don't care who the president is. Just keep winning.
If you went about 10 years ago and saw Jonesboro, you wouldn't recognize it. It's so...
When I first came here was 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10, 20 years ago. Good gosh, man.
Yeah, it was... This place was nothing, and what it is now, and that's where there's a little bit of that Team Jonesboro... This thing that's going on with, Scott McDaniel, who's been a guest on here, and he's a poet and all those things. Yeah. Andy Shatley, am I saying his last name right? He was my therapist. He was my knee therapist after I had bone replacement and all this shit. Or actually, when the titanium pin broke. We can talk about that later. Right. But he was my and here I didn't know he was like an NFL quarterback, a major league pitcher, all these. But these guys are the ones that went to the world, seen it, and they've come back and like, we need to make our hometown. This is pretty awesome what's happening here. And so that Team Jonesboro thing's been kind of going on, which both helps both of our things, man.
Oh, yeah.
The bigger it gets and everything else. But kind of going back to, let's bring it back to the negative.
Well, you're always going to have the negative when a town like this grows as fast as it is.
Yeah.
There's always going to be, the criminal element, seems to be. There's a shooting all the time here, and you're not going to stop that.
No, you're not.
You're gonna. It's only gonna.
There's somebody.
It's only gonna get worse. But these people drive me crazy. It's like, oh, Jonesboro's as bad as Memphis.
What? Okay, this is
there is not a neighborhood or street that I'm afraid to walk down in Jonesboro. Anyway,
No.
even in
No.
the bad parts of it,
No.
there is entire blocks and blocks and blocks in Memphis that
I will say this: Memphis makes me nervous, like the South Side of Chicago makes me nervous.
Yeah.
I love Chicago. I like going to Memphis. I go to Memphis a lot.
Yeah.
I was there this week. It still makes me nervous. Jonesboro. What, is Ethel going to talk about my bacon in my basket? You bastard. Nothing's bad here. This is like freaking Mayberry.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
but what's awesome is that the culture now is changing. You're seeing some little bit of rooftop bars. You're seeing a little bit of culture, some music, some things. And that's what I'm hoping for Team Jonesboro to accomplish, to get things better around here. There's plenty of money.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing good. You know, there might be a couple people struggling, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a part of the community. I stay here. I live in the woods, man. I'm talking about how I'll never use that stuff unless my son wants to.
Right.
Just in case. But no, but that's the things that, like, going back, that is it worse now that Trump's president?
Well,
Look how much everything's good.
according to the stock market and the job,
Do you still listen to that
Unemployment.
bullshit stock market?
I don't, because you kind of once you
It don't matter.
if you do a little research in it, and I mean the Dow, everybody's like the Dow. The Dow's 30 companies that are just a representation of the market, so it can go up, it can go down. It's all speculatory. Speculators said, I think it's going to go up. I think it's going to go down. And then they control it.
And that's the thing. It's not really based on anything.
Right.
We learned that when all the the guys stole the money from the loan.
Madoff?
Enron.
No, was it the Enron? Yeah.
The Enron. Oh, here, man. Oh, I don't know. I trained a guy that was part of Enron.
Oh, really?
And he's like a genius. He really is. He's one of the smartest dudes I know. And his kidnapping, he got kidnapped. And it's such a funny story. This dude's so, like, he's swag. He's got coolness in tight times. And he got kidnapped. And he negotiated with the kidnappers. They took his money, took his cards, was taking all of his money and stuff. He negotiated. They tried to take his computer. The last thing they gave your money. He said, no, that computer's my life. That's everything. He was in Argentina or something. Owned a nuclear power plant. Was figuring out the goods and things, bads for Enron.
Right.
Okay, and he's like, no, that computer needs to stay with me. No, you're not taking that. They got him at gunpoint, man. They kidnapped him. They're making him go to ATMs and shit, man, to give him a fucking computer. Let's go. In my mind, I'm just like, man, I'm not that intelligent. So what he has on that computer is so important to him. He tells them, he goes, look, there's a Black Diners card in there. You can go eat wherever you want for free, and I won't shut it off for a month. I need this computer. You can rack up the bills on this. I need this computer. That's how smooth this dude was. He worked at Enron, and what happened, what I kind of know or don't know, there were some things that Enron would go have him check out these places because he was legit. He'd give him his numbers, his report, and then he'd go to the next one. Legit.
Yeah.
And they use those numbers to rob everybody. Is what, and he's a sweetheart. I love him to death. He's such a cool dude. But anyway, I don't know why I went down that road. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Where were we? Back to Trump. But no, we were talking about the politics and how he kind of spoke to the community because now everything's better. But what's the difference now? What's the re-election is? What is he doing that's not good?
Well, they can't. He called a bunch of football players, SOBs, and for not, and everybody's, defense for that is like, well, the Kaepernick, talked to a Navy SEAL and that guy told him he should do it, and this and that. It's like, you sure? And so you listen to one guy.
It's almost kind of shady talking.
Yeah.
You know?
Like,
But that's what this is. That's what it's all based off of.
Right.
Like we were talking like it's all everybody looking to hate. You're not looking at what's really going on, or even trying. You see the clickbait stuff on internet. You're like, oh, it's true. You know how many false stories? That girl does not like me that much.
That Kaepernick thing.
It's on social media. She's always trying to date me. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, that whole this hands up, don't shoot, and all this about Michael Brown and which it turned out that it kind of brought it on himself. You try to take a cop's gun, and that cop wants to go home.
If I go to take somebody's gun, they know who I am. Right. The Jonesboro police know who Mike Wessel is. It's not that I'm cool about it. It's not that, but I'm one of an elite set of people that can handle myself when things get really bad.
Right.
And because I'm trained, and it's but they're going to know about the people that you want to know who the Navy SEAL is. Right. You want to know who the doctor is. You want to know who the policeman. You want to know who the guy is that controls himself and can do something really, really bad and either be his friend or whatever. Yeah. But if I go grab him for a cop's gun, they're going to shoot me. Yeah. I hear it all the time that I have police officers that are friends. Yeah. They're like, dude, I ain't doing nothing. I'm pulling my gun on you. Because if you move, I know I might hurt real bad. Yeah. And it's like, so in those situations, people weren't listening to the evidence. People weren't listening to it again. Right. You weren't looking at the facts. You're just clickbaiting going, oh, yep, that's what I believe.
And then it just gets worse when, Michael Brown's parents and, during the verdict, they incited a riot, And then Obama has the Black Lives Matter with them, and they go, all go to the White House. Yeah. It's like, why would you have people to the White House that just committed a felony? Inciting riots. And they messed up a lot of stuff. Yeah. Over a guy that was actually guilty.
There was video.
Yeah, there was witnesses. Plenty of
witnesses. Here's what's funny is, you know what? In some ways, it's almost taboo because why are you talking that way, Gerald? Why are you being realistic? How dare you tell the truth and give us facts? Because you know what? People want to listen to the story, man.
Yeah.
They want to listen to the story.
They want to be mad about something.
And not listen to the facts. It's like, it doesn't matter. I really hope we get to the point where people just I don't see anybody different. Yeah. I don't say, that's whoever. I don't care. When can we just relax? Social media is going to help break this racial stuff, anything like that, of not thinking, or it's going to create more. Because I truly believe the Democrats, man, those people are trying to sabotage, have us at ends, man.
I'm so
every culture against every culture.
I'm so sick of racism and stuff, and you try to.
I don't care. I'm going to stay away from everybody.
You try to have a conversation with them about it, and they just immediately, oh, you must be just now realizing that racism exists. It's like when I was in school, I got beat up for having black friends. I got called an N-word lover. I don't know why. Did quotations on N-words. That's not
that's weird.
That wasn't even an actual word.
It is though, man. No, it is.
I get N-word lover for just having black friends by white people. And you're going to tell me that racism is more alive now than it was back then? It's not.
No.
It's you go down freaking. I worked in New York.
Not when I was growing up.
Yeah.
There wasn't a person that it literally was. And I was in Ohio. Yeah. And it was a little bit different. I can't imagine what it was like being here. But it still exists hard when I was a kid. I remember that. And maybe I'm so displaced from society though. Yeah. Now. Because it does happen. I'm not saying that it don't happen.
There's still going to be racist people. There's still going to be people that just don't like somebody for the way they look, regardless of.
Like I said, there's a lot of people don't like me. There's a lot of people I probably don't like. That's why we don't hang out.
Yeah.
That's why I ain't going to their house, homie. That's why I'm not doing what they're doing.
Yeah. So it's just it gets.
But do you think because even go back to the Trump thing, they're trying to make the border stuff racist. Now I don't know if we want to build a wall. I don't know if it's necessary. They've proven they dug under.
Yeah.
You know, they've already, like, so I don't know if a wall is also necessary, but he made a promise.
Yeah.
So,
but the wall being part of, you know, the wall's not going to completely solve it, but it is a good step in the right direction.
yeah.
You know, I mean, because border security's been going on for a long time, and it was really, really rough before they, you know, started building walls.
Well,
it was pretty much.
I don't, like, man, I understand the threat of the terrorists coming through.
Yeah.
But, man, we live in Greece. You know what I mean? We live in, we are the top dogs everywhere.
Right.
Our border security, everything's better than everybody else except Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
Canada's got a tree line.
Yeah.
You know, with
well, Canada's got America
yeah,
in their asses.
yeah. There's no one's going to Canada to do nothing.
Yeah, they make
like Russia's gonna come through Alaska. They ain't hitting Canada. Like, nah, y'all just be all right there.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, like, but you go to other countries. I mean, they're war.
Yeah.
And we're dealing with immigrants, but like, I don't care. I don't care. If you're here, be cool, man.
Yeah.
Just be cool. You got to cross the border? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Great. Don't care. I don't care if you can speak English or not. I think it's funny because I try to figure it out, and then me and you have this game, you know, and I'm like, no, what? You know, like,
yeah.
you know, every day I walk past the guys, and you know, I don't care. Like, be nice.
Yeah.
Be nice to people, and they'll be nice to you, and everything's good.
Yeah.
Don't blow up my grocery store. It's the only important
right.
really like
come in the country, but come in legally. You know. It's like,
well, and
in the day, well,
if you're, I understand, but and I do. There's two things to it. I mean, there are hundreds of thousands of people coming in this country. I mean, what if 100,000 people show up? And that's what's funny with even Trump did. Trump goes, okay, all these people that you're bringing sanctuary cities, we're gonna drop them off in your city, man.
Yeah.
They're no.
Yeah, so y'all can deal with them.
Yeah, let them find their own way. Trump's like, nope, we're gonna hire Greyhound and bust them over to you. You know, but that immediately kind of stopped that. There's not been as much, or maybe I've not been paying attention. So
it's just whatever the media wants to grasp onto and shove down your throat.
I don't listen to one damn thing.
CNN's tanking.
They're all gonna go. They're a fading light because of this. Because I can go like this. Oh, what happened? Trump did what? Oh, he tweeted what?
CNN.
The president's telling me what he's doing.
Yeah.
I don't need to listen to the CNN.
Yeah, I don't, because it's all negative. I mean, CNN's they just hate him just because he's a Republican.
But that goes back to those years of the 80s and 90s. Man, this culture is changing, I believe. I really hope that we're changing to a more successful, just like, dude, chill out.
Yeah.
We're not all Ford lovers, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We can be at the same party. Here, have a drink.
Don't burn the Ford just because you don't like it. You know?
My God. It's like there's too much, like, I guess, love, passion? I mean, what is that? Because it just seems like such a false thing where, like, our team's got to win, Democrats, Republicans. I was like, shut up. Shut up. Make everybody happy. Just be cool.
Yeah.
You know, I don't get it, but I hope our society is getting that way. I hope that I know it's not ever great.
No.
I know, like, we talk about racism, we talk about this, you know, and it's just like at the border and that stuff a bit. I mean, has it ever been better? I remember the 80s. People still didn't have running water in the 80s.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing now in America? You know, it's like, that pothole got fixed.
I don't. I remember seeing racism when I was a kid. I don't see it anymore. And like with...
If it is, it's verbal or messaging. Nobody really...
It's quiet.
Yeah. Well, who cares? Who cares? I mean, it's, you know, I've screwed up so many times saying the wrong words. It doesn't matter that it was about that. Or if it's about, I've called people the C word, the N word, the P word. I've called them all because, you know what? That's what I thought at that time.
Yeah.
Was it a mistake? Yeah, it was a mistake. But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to make more. It doesn't mean that I can not get better and not be like, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
That's like calling people, and I'm going to be real on this one tonight because my kid's being babysat and he's staying at a friend's house tonight. So awesome. So I can have a beer. I mean, I love him. I want him here, of course. But I think, he wanted to stay at a friend's house. I was like, well, I can have a beer and talk to Gerald.
Right,
You know,
right.
so, but it's like, man, I just went down the wrong rabbit hole. Dang it. I started thinking about my son and started thinking, no, man, he's not going to be here tonight. Anyway, go on, tell me something. Leave me out there.
Well, it's like what I was talking about, like getting beat up and stuff for just I don't, there's no way my kids are going to put up with that or go through that. So
maybe our community is just our community because Memphis is bad, Chicago's bad. Is that racist bad?
I don't know.
How's that make? Like I don't know.
Is it okay to not like somebody because you just don't like them or what they are? I mean, is it really racist if a certain person, regardless of their color or whatever, just pisses you off? Like when I see a freaking crackhead and I know he's buying meth and not feeding his kids, that guy pisses me off. But does it matter what color his skin is? I mean, is it...
Well, is that what you're saying, that they make it about the skin color, not because he's a crackhead?
Yeah.
Not because he's a douchebag.
You don't have a free... you don't have the freedom to not like somebody just based on them. Like,
But that goes back to what we were talking earlier. Are the people informed about what they don't like?
I got in trouble in school because I wouldn't go out with a black girl that wanted to date me. And it wasn't because she was black. It wasn't something I wasn't attracted to.
She wasn't hot.
No, she was fucking hot.
She was. Yeah. What is that? Oh,
but it was just like
Gerald.
But it wasn't. My dad. There was a guy in Cherry Valley, and that's where I grew up, a little small town.
Yeah.
He was black. They called him Cowboy. Dad would pick him up anytime he saw him, and they would get high together. So I saw that when I was a little kid, So it was just. It wasn't. So I was ignorant of racism, until a couple of white freaking redneck assholes, you can't, we're gonna beat you up for having a black friend or whatever. These two guys beat me up and locked me in a barn for hours because of that. And you can't tell me that I haven't seen racism.
Yeah, and well, that's
but it's ignorance. It's just ignorance.
Oh my gosh.
Ignorance breeds prejudice.
But that's what I'm saying. Even now, when people bring up racist things, like it's not really like it was back then, like what you're detailing and everything else. Yeah. Now it's through text message. Now it's through tweets. Now which I hate Twitter. But it's one of those things. Now it's all these things because before it was more physical, I think. Yeah. But here's the thing. Is it the community we live in now?
I don't know. I think it's just, everybody can...
Because I guarantee Michigan, I guarantee Detroit, I mean, is that racism? Is Southside Chicago, the shootings of that, is that racism? Or is it just a really bad community that we're not helping out?
Yeah, exactly.
And this is one of those things where I'm thinking, man, we're Team America.
Yeah.
Like, you see the Constitution, you see my curtains or flags. I'm proud, man. I've been to other countries. It's one of those things where it's like, why are we not taking care of those people?
Yeah.
Chicago's got a shooting every 3 hours. Why are we not helping?
It isn't racist because they're not just shooting. It's not black shooting whites, white shooting. They're shooting everybody. Shooting everybody. So that's not racist.
But they just take that's no. Of course, that's not racist. But like, why are we not as Americans taking care of that? I think that's what Trump's doing. I think he's getting to something.
It feels
he
like
called out the dude, the only president. I mean, this has been going on for years. Yeah. He called out the dude, the governor, the mayor, or whatever of Chicago, and was like, "Dude, we're gonna bring some people in there.
Yeah.
Get your crap under control. Get more cops. You help more people because there's something. Yeah. Chicago's a great city, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, but you go over to Memphis. But why aren't we helping those people? We're winning.
Yeah.
We're winning. We are all winning, and we should all share that win. For whatever this country was built on, whether it was slaves, whether it was Chinamen being slaves, African American being slaves, whatever it is, okay, we're here now.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I would never, but there's still slaves now. There's prostitutes. Right. There's still slaves.
Slavery still exists.
It's still good. You ever seen the diamond mines?
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, it's the same culture doing it to the town that they defeated and said, "Come over here and take some stuff."
Well, I mean, sex slaves, trafficking. I mean, it's
a couple of our.
But it's not in your face.
No, and that's the thing. It's not here.
Yeah.
It's not here. So, but our job as a society is to maybe recognize that. But at the same time, the people that we elect, when we say these things, go take care of that. Help those people.
All right.
I don't have a problem with government EBTs or whatever.
Right.
Hey man, if government's giving you money and you spend on what you want to spend on, dude, what can I say?
Right.
That's one of those things where I don't care either.
Right.
We're winning.
Yeah. Yeah,
we're America, dude.
It's
going to be go bitch about it. You can bitch, but there's plenty of other things to complain about than other people's misfortune.
Right.
And I don't man, I don't want to see it go anywhere else. I think this is the best time it's ever been, technology-wise, internet-wise. They're scared of that 5G, man. Yeah. They're scared of turning that thing on.
Oh, yeah.
And when AI comes around, they are. Because Elon Musk is like, dude. So, I told them not to do it. They didn't listen. I created it. But it's like...
We're not ready for that.
No, we're going to kill ourselves. The computers... I watch all these stupid YouTube videos, time travel and stuff like that. I just like, man, it's just a different dimension. And there was this time traveler that was talking on the video, and he was just telling the story of how things is going to be. He goes like 2075, whatever it is. Right. He said the computers took over.
Yeah.
He goes, but they all keep us. We're all a happy society.
Right.
If the computers, if you do something, say you go to physically hurt somebody, the computers bring you to where you are and have a virtual reality in front of you because everything's computer, everything's an image. So you're human, be nice human. So if you hurt other humans or do something, say you killed another human. I mean, this is what I kind of took from that. What he was saying was that computer automatically just, but the computers, the system that we live in, the society system that the computers build, will be like, all right, you're done. They'll have a small trial where you're at.
Right.
Tell you why you're being discommunicated, and you're done. Yeah. But I was like, that's trippy, man. That's the AI, the things that can be. Because look, this is nobody goes anywhere without this.
No.
Nobody goes. No. I cried one night. I couldn't find my phone. I can't find my phone. My music, my everything. And I'm a 41-year-old man. Yeah. People lose their shit if the lights went out.
Oh my gosh. We're with a great life, you lose a little bit of stuff and you just, wait till it gets real. When the grid goes down or
wait till the lights turn off because you know what? You'll find out. I'm glad I was born the way I am. Yeah. That's all I'm saying because I do have some things, supplies and all that stuff that if you last the first 2 months and if you're in a major city, run.
Yeah,
run. You're not going to make it.
Yeah, because it's going to be total chaos in America. Anywhere, any kind of high population.
Water goes down, all of a sudden we don't care about the stars and stripes no more. It's bad.
You better have bullets.
Yeah.
Get real ugly real quick.
I mean, that's that. We'll
probably
water.
We'll probably never see that in our lifetime.
I hope not. But it's one of those things where that's where the politics of the world are just changing in such a dynamic that I think because of the technology, because people are paying attention, because people are actually able to go, oh, what they really say.
Yeah.
And they open their phone, this is what really said, so they can make the decisions for them. Sometimes I think we're in this road where we're climbing as a society together. Yeah. I really do think that. But I think that the people that are still so used to being part of that team, team hate whatever. Yeah. Team hate Republicans, team hate black, team hate white, team hate Democrats, team hate China, whatever.
You can only go as fast as your slowest member, so until everybody's like...
I think that whole thing in 10 years we won't even be dealing with. Right. I think it would just be cool.
We shouldn't be dealing with it now.
No, and that's the point.
It's like, drawn on for... I'm sorry slavery ever happened.
Well, anywhere.
To anybody. Nobody's like, we were, enslaved. Well, so was we. I got Irish descent. So,
No, I pretty
know
much
what you
think
mean.
my people did all this shit.
That might be.
I pretty think, Heinrich Wessel. There's a song about, like, my dad looked up our family history, and I pretty much think I killed some Jews in my past life. Because it's not good.
Who didn't back then?
Yeah, but that's
It's
just a
just one of those things to do.
Jew! Whatever. And I'm joking about it like it's,
Right.
you know. But that's the thing. But, I mean, that's like the pictures I got right here.
You can't change it.
No. It happened. Well, I wasn't even around.
Yeah,
I can't change it. I know the history. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be like that.
I don't like people, like, when they try to say, like, America started slavery. Because we didn't even exist when the slaves were
But here's the thing. People don't understand
It
that.
wasn't the United States of America.
It was tribes taking over tribes and selling them to the other people.
Yeah,
It wasn't even. It wasn't.
used to be taught that in school. The slave trades.
Yeah.
For
Oh my God! I forgot
tobacco,
about that.
Sugar.
That's why. Well, but that's the thing.
Triangle
But
trade.
that was the whole economic system in the South, and that's where me and you differ. I am from the North, and it was totally different there. Even the cultures, even towards it was different in the North. And but I didn't know I was a Yankee till I came here.
Right.
Till I came to Arkansas, and it's such an in-rooted thing in the South that I think. I really don't know that me being here now, that it's that important.
Yeah.
That culture is going away, I think. Yes or no?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
do you think on a different subject here, do you think the weed culture is changing?
The weed culture?
Here, around Jonesboro.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, I worked some in Colorado last year, and you couldn't go anywhere without everything smelling like pot.
Yeah.
And and you can every once in a while you'll smell it a little bit, around town, and it's
Here's the
they're
thing,
not
though.
hiding it.
But no, they're not hiding it. They're allowed to smoke weed. But here's what's funny: 10 years ago, let's backtrack. 10 years ago, what was everybody on? Xanax, Adderall, whatever. I never took Oxycontin, Xanax, Adderall. Every person I knew, I'm like, I don't take pills. Like, you want a Xanax? You want a Xan? I'm like, I still don't know which ones keep you up and which ones keep you like cocaine. I still don't know. But it doesn't matter. I was like, nah, I'm good on the pills. And I didn't even smoke weed then. Like, I drank beer all my life. That's all I've done is drink beer.
Right.
College, everything else. I didn't smoke weed in college. I smoked a couple times, maybe a couple times out in California, but it wasn't a big thing to me.
Right.
I always just drank beer. But everybody else was taking pills.
Yeah.
But it was cool and it's okay because the doctor said I could do it.
Yeah.
The doctor said I got this pill. It's okay. It's legal for me to be drugged up all damn day.
Yeah, pills kind of, were a big thing because you could take them and it didn't alert everybody. You start smoking pot, you start doing a line of coke off your desk, and somebody's going to realize it.
No.
So you can take it.
What?
That's what, yeah.
Sorry.
When the pill thing goes.
When you see me just rubbing my teeth
Yeah.
like this, it's like, hey. Nah, that's it. That's good. No, I've never done it. That was California.
Yeah.
That was their thing.
Yeah.
When I was in San Diego, LA, and being out there, they all did cocaine. There was a dentist and a military dentist. I think, he was a military dentist and she was a school teacher.
Yeah.
And they would come to our house. Our house is on the front, and they had the big building behind there. There's a big garage, but there was apartments. It's all apartments because it's down on the beach.
Right.
And so our house is in the front, and they would come into the house, man, and just throw the bag on the table. Now, this is 2002.
Yeah.
2002, 2004, somewhere in there. I don't remember much about that, but I would just remember they'd come in and throw their bag on there, and I had mine in the stigmata case. Everybody had a bag. Everybody went bump that little bolts of it. And that was 2000 whatever. That was the society. There was a dentist, a military dentist, and a teacher living by me, and that would have blew my mind. That was the culture. And just like weed in Colorado and like all the places that it's legal now, everybody smokes it.
Right.
Everybody, because you know what? Here's the thing, and it is true. It's almost factual. And you've heard comedians for years talk about it. Yeah. Nobody's killing anybody smoking weed.
No.
Nobody is doing. They make jokes and because they say people ain't motivated on weed.
Yeah.
That's bullshit too. You can't handle it. That's what he said.
Yeah.
What's that?
I'm not.
But no, but like, it's like the people that can, like, you look at people like Joe Rogan, who's revolutionized certain things.
Right.
Okay, he's changed. The dude. Well, even Be Real from Cypress Hill. Certain people, they've changed the culture. Mike Tyson sells weed. He has a weed ranch now. Yeah. All these people, now, like Snoop Dogg has his own weed. Cheech and Chong, like, Cheech and Chong was getting arrested for weed in our lifetime.
Right.
In our lifetime, Cheech and Chong was getting arrested for weed.
Now you couldn't touch them.
No. Yeah. Now they're making it.
Yeah.
Now they grow it and sell it.
There's farms. You know, it's
down the highways. It's in because all these greenhouse down in Ohio, they put them in between the highways.
Really?
And they're just a bunch of greenhouses because it's the you have the highway and the service road.
Right.
They're lining them up.
Wow.
Because and weed wasn't even legal. I don't think in Ohio for about a year ago, 2 years ago. I really don't think it was. Yeah. But they're all starting to climb. I mean, Colorado just legalized some kind of 2 or 3 hallucinogens, 2 or 3 like shrooms type drugs.
Really?
Decriminalize them. That's not legal, but that means you can have them.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't gonna get arrested for it no more.
Yeah.
So it's like certain chemicals, but is that because of the things that are changing in our society? That's one of the biggest things that I think will culturally change everybody to just get along with everybody.
Yeah.
And everybody's okay.
Stop complaining about stuff that you had no influence on or weren't affected by.
The president ain't called me yet.
Yeah.
He ain't said, Mr. Wessel, I've been on this planet 41 years. He ain't said, Wessel, in any accent, whatever, ever talk to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It really don't.
No.
What we like we talked outside. We don't want to go in the rabbit hole of like deep state and all those things.
Yeah. It's hard to get out of that one.
Because, like I told you, people forget. We all live in this little cubicle of our town, of our city, I do. I know a lot of people, they might go experience more. I go out of town to experience things. I don't go in town to experience very much.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where we are such a small society here in our minds to realize there's so many people here.
Right.
There's so much going on here. Yeah. And you don't think, probably everything about the deep state they say is like true.
Right.
I'm just going, true. Aliens, true. It's all true. It's all true because you know what? We are here in a millimeter of a life of what we get to spend here. And you can't tell me this stuff. Like, this has been going on forever. Yeah. There's so many videos, there's so many things of whatever it is, the black men in black.
Right.
I watch all this stuff on YouTube, man. That's what I do. And I'm like,
yeah.
what are these motherfuckers trying to get on me? I told you that was true. Eat my crackers. But like I'd be sitting there, I watch all these things, and like I'm going down the rabbit hole, man. Yeah. I'm going down that hole because it's just so mind blowing. Like the time travel, like all these things. Right. I bet you that shit's real. I bet you these people reincarnated. You ever see the pictures where it's Leonardo DiCaprio now and Leonardo DiCaprio in 1902?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's the same dude.
It was like that one. It was like a fight or something. There was a guy with a
camera. Yeah,
he's out there. 1940.
He's gonna iPhone 10 and it's 19. It's like what? Like that guy's and he's looking at the screen.
Yeah.
Unless that picture is fake by that guy being implanted in there, he's looking at the screen going. And that was when it happened at Tyson's fight too. Yeah. It was like all what they say technology we have right now, they had these things years ago. Yeah. It's.
There's a funny picture of my dad actually when he was probably 5 or 6. He's sitting on the hood of a car and it looks like he's playing on an iPhone.
Really?
He's playing with something and it looks like a kid sitting there playing on an iPhone.
Oh no!
It's really cool. I'll tag you.
Did you just debunk me?
No.
You hater on my. I think my everything exists, man. That's true. He was probably playing on an iPhone. He's probably playing, like, what is it, Roblox? My kid plays Roblox.
What is it? Yeah, Tetris and all that stuff.
Minecraft. Tetris? What? What? Tetris? That's what we played.
Yeah.
The
Toon Blast.
Oh, God. Please, like, Tecmo Bowl I was the beast at that.
Yeah.
Tecmo Bowl? Oh, man. Everybody wanted the Raiders.
Right.
Everybody wanted the Raiders. Bo Jackson, Marcus Allen. You run to the right with Marcus, run to the left. I didn't ever play it because I know the plays. I know the thing else. Elway, you can always just run to the other end zone and throw it to the other end zone. Somebody's catching it.
Yeah. My ADHD won't allow me to play video games. I can't pay attention that long. I'm having a tough time with this.
Well, but the thing is, like, I don't play video games. I don't ever, like, my kids got them. You know, he plays the Minecraft and him and his buddies on, but he never plays them when his buddies aren't here. You know, he doesn't play them like they're, you know, when his buddies are here, they can compete against each other, which I guess we did too, because we played Tetris, 1-player, 2-player.
Right.
You know, but yeah, hell, whatever. I don't know where we went. We went down the rabbit hole from there, from secret societies to video games. But I was going to go through my notes here, like so. Okay, that was one of the things I told you I was going to ask you. So, what do you think happens after you die? What's your theory, man? Who's Jesus to you? who's Jesus?
You know, we are in the Bible Belt here. I know you were. But you know, I'm
raised Catholic, man.
I was raised, you know, pretty much Pentecostal. You know, with my grandmother, and so I mean,
so you had to wear a long
believe
skirt for a long time.
Me?
Yeah.
Or her? No.
You.
No, I didn't.
I'm making fun of it. I shouldn't make fun of your religion.
No, it's
still.
No, I think that was completely crazy.
Show a little. We were at the. I'm sorry to interrupt. We were talking about Pentecostal, but we were at the zoo.
Yeah.
And there was the Pentecostal women there, and but she was raising her legs up to be in the water and play with her kids.
Yeah.
And I was like commentating it. I was like, "Oh, sinner, she's raising it. Oh my, look, I seen her ankles. You know, I was like, oh, I see a kneecap. The devil's in that pool, son. Get out of there. The devil's in that pool." So
when I worked at Pizza Inn, we had this family that would come up there every Saturday or Sunday night.
Yeah,
and seemed super religious. They weren't allowed to have TVs. But they would come up there and watch TV and Pizza Inn for 6-8 hours.
Those cheap bastards.
Their whole family would come up.
Even believe it or don't, man.
What's the difference?
Well, that's like the Amish. Okay, so where I lived in Ohio, we lived on the border of Indiana.
Right.
Okay, and Indiana's like literally like, I think 20 miles, not even that from my hometown. I really don't think it's 9 or 10 miles, but it might be more.
Right.
Very some, but all these Amish on their carts towards that area. There's a couple bars that are on the border there that you go get deep fried pizza, you know, and like there's Amish everywhere. Right. But those bastards, when I was in high school, like I was drinking beer at a bar like 15, 16. Yeah. You know, that's all they do up there, man. There's country bars that will serve kids that are 15, 16 beer. I mean, this is back then in the 90s. You know, we just go up there on a Friday night and start drinking beer. Well, those little tricky Amish, those girls, they'd go run. As soon as the Amish would pull up with their buggy and shit, they'd go run in the bathroom, get all their real clothes out, and then put their makeup on and walk out and start talking to you. Yeah. Not knowing they still stunk like shit. They did. It was horrible. It was like, oh, God. Oh. Oh, I mean, you're 15 years old at a bar,
right,
drinking beer, and there's Amish coming in there cheating on Jesus.
Yeah,
couldn't believe it. That's the society I was in.
Ohio was definitely because I worked in Findlay, you know.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's right by me.
Yeah, and when we first went in there, every body shop that we'd go into, they would have 2 refrigerators. One would be full of beer.
Oh yeah.
But the crazy thing was, it wouldn't be, you know. It'd be 9:30, 10 o'clock. Somebody would go over there and just get a beer in the refrigerator. I thought that was the craziest thing, and it wasn't. I wasn't there 2 weeks, and all of a sudden, about 10:30, I'm like, "Oh,
I'm in,
let's
man.
do this.
I'm in. Let's go."
Yeah, so it was crazy.
I mean,
I
okay.
couldn't believe it.
Well,
But,
like Ohio, like their beer, seriously. I mean, you go to Cleveland, Cincinnati. I mean, it's just like Pennsylvania.
yeah,
I mean, Pennsylvania is pretty close. Like Pittsburgh, especially. It's all factory towns. It's just like Michigan. We all drink.
yeah,
The fondest memory, my gym looks like it does with all the flags around it. Because my fondest memories are hanging out in garages in December while everybody was smoking cigarettes and watching a big screen TV with flags all around it.
right.
And everybody drinking beer.
Yeah.
That's all you did, you know. And so that kind of is like the weed of today. I mean, back then, that's what everybody was drinking. There's drive-thrus. My buddy.
Yeah, the drive-through.
You ever seen those?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You see
was
when you was out.
There was one right down the road from the shop that I was.
Ain't they awesome?
Yeah.
They
would
would deliver
drive through and they bring it to your car.
Yeah, you drive
point.
up. My buddy freaked out. My buddy in college freaked out. We were driving through. He goes, "What are you doing driving through somebody's garage, man? Stop!" Like he goes, he's really kind of a goody guy, you know, and you know he get in trouble, and he's hanging out with me. And of course, I wasn't. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. But I was driving through, probably intoxicated. So he's like, "What are you doing? You're driving through somebody's garage." I was like, "Dude, it's a drive-through, man."
Yeah.
I was like, he's never seen one. And I was like, "Dude," I'm like, "Give me a pack of, Marble Lights, a case of beer, a pizza, and then here we go. $100 later, we're driving back home, man.
Yeah.
Everything." But now I love Ohio because this is one of the cool things. They deliver it. If there's a pizza place that's got a liquor store, certain places are different. Just kind of like it's dry county here. I don't get it. It's
Right.
everywhere.
Wet.
I can't buy a damn case of beer without driving 20 minutes out of town. It's like, come on, man, come on. There's weed shops in town
like
now.
Everybody
Weed's
has
legal.
alcohol.
Medical marijuana. There's weed places going in. Stop. Let them have their
There would be
drugs.
less wrecks if drunk people didn't have to drive all the way down to freaking Harrisburg to get alcohol.
Speaking of which, we'll get back on the drugs now. But speaking of which, you know what? No, alcohol needs to stay out of Jonesboro.
Yeah.
Nah, maybe not for the reason because they do drive. They are drunk and they get more beer or whatever. But
Right. Because if you're drunk, you're going to, and you get, like, I got more beer, we're out, let's go. And
everybody does it.
wreck, you know?
Everybody, I do it.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. That's a dilemma here, man. Because that's one of those things where, like, you kind of see, is there really that many drunks and DUIs in Jonesboro? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm asking with a high tone of voice.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know that there's that much of a problem with alcohol right now, but it's so accessible.
Yeah.
You go to any place, you can drink.
Yeah.
You used to sign a card or sign something. Nobody ain't doing that anymore. Everybody's like, I'm just walking on the bar.
Yeah, there's a Cajun restaurant a half mile from my shop that has a bar in it. You know.
But it's dry county.
Yeah, and it's dry county. But you can just walk in there as long as you sign your little name to the the list, which I don't never drink.
I put my name that I was here.
Yeah.
You kidding me? I just got. Hey man, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll come back up. Just gotta use the restroom. I'll get seated in there, and I'm just gonna sit at the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Nobody ever bothers me.
Yeah, which
got
everything is a bar. I mean, which was funny because when Katrina happened and all they call them refugees, the people evacuating would come through. A lot of them, they would kind of land here because they either had relatives or just,
Was it like Memphis was the big place of that? Yes,
which there was a lot here, but I talked to a few of them and they're like, "No, we're not staying here. This town sucks." Because at the time, there wasn't. It
wasn't what it is now. It absolutely
you didn't have
wasn't.
a bar on every corner. I mean, everything's a bar now.
Yeah, which is good because that's what it reminds me about.
Yeah.
But it's not even like I don't even go to them. I don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
I ain't going to, but I'm glad. I'm glad people have the access. I'm glad because that kind of, like when you go to Memphis, when you go to Midtown, everybody's out. It's music is playing at this bar, that bar. It's everybody's walking, everybody's happy. Nobody's shooting nobody down there.
No.
Everybody's just enjoying themselves. There's live music at every place. There's outdoor places. It's summer. It's nice. We live in a good temperature climate to be able to do some certain things, except Jonesboro with the national bird of a mosquito in this town. I hate this best. They say I live on the ridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm that guy.
Yeah. They're not as bad out here.
That's a bullshit lie,
I
man.
know
Everybody tells me that's a Jonesboro myth.
Yeah.
Because like, oh, when you live on the ridge, they ain't so bad. You're right, because where you live in Jonesboro is a swamp with rice fields all around you.
Yeah, if the wind's blowing, it'll blow them in, up there.
Yeah, like they're coming here, man. It's like the bees. But the one thing I was talking about when we were talking about beer in the liquor stores outside of town was today I was driving and I was leaving work and I went to go pick up a couple things. I knew my son was going to stay the night at his buddy's house. Yeah. And I was like, and that's why I asked you want a beer? It's the first time I ever had a beer and whatever, it doesn't matter. Right. And I was like, you want a beer? Let's just hang out. And so I'm on the highway, like I turn off, there's a tractor on the road. I'm like, just move! This is ridiculous. What? It's 6:30 at night, But that's all mental. Here I'm driving, I was like, all right, man, that's cool, whatever. But in my head, I'm like, so I get on the highway, and this is what happens to me in Jonesboro all the time. Jonesboro has 4 lanes, a lot of places. Yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome. But you know what Jonesboro people do? You can tell them hating. You know what they do? You can tell the original Jonesboro people. Like, their mama's from here, their daddy, their grandma, everybody from Jonesboro. Right. Everybody part of that Baptist church across town. And you can tell they will pull up to next to one Ford Explorer next to like Kia, and they will go 45 the whole time. And one will go a little bit faster, and then one will go a little bit faster. I want to. If my mom did that, I would burn her alive. I said, Mom, sorry to tell this guy, don't go! Move out of the way! Why are you, okay, I don't want to be around people anyway. And I sure as hell don't want to be sitting there driving with making friends. Hey, social media me, Snapchat, go! Move! Like, don't go the same speed. There's a reason. You know what Arkansas just did? Induced a law. I forgot about that. They just introduced a law that the cops will pull you over and give you tickets for not going faster in the fast lane.
Really?
I see it on the highway. Yeah. I drive to Little Rock and I drive these places all the time, and the state troopers, I'll get behind a state trooper and just cruise, man. Because he's going, and he will flip on his lights when I start going too fast behind him. Yeah. He'll flip on his back light to me, and then he flips on his front lights on the highway telling people move. Yeah. Because they're going like this. Right. They're not driving. He's moving them over. So now it's actually illegal, but that drives me nuts. They do it more than any place I've ever driven. Yeah. And just on the highway, they drive the same speed. I'm sorry, that's my one complaint, because I just want to go home. I don't want to be on this road no more. I just want to go home, and you guys are taking me.
Well, yeah, if you're on the highway, but the people that get in town, and they're in, and they get right up on your bumper because you're going, a certain speed and whatever. Like, well, maybe you're about to turn.
That's always the fun, man. I've seen so many guys. They'll go like this. And I'm getting ready to turn. Yeah. And there's a car coming. I've seen it. And I've been part of it where there's wrecks. They will go to pull out and try to pass when I've got my blinker on. Yeah. And there's a car coming and slam on the brakes and swing it. And they're off in a ditch, and everything else. I'm sure somebody stopped.
Oh my gosh. So 3 guys that just ride your bumper and then they fly around you and now then they pull off.
Yeah,
they pass you just turn in front.
And they pull. What's even worse is they pull off into GameStop.
Yeah,
they're like Little Caesars there, GameStop. Is that those places still exist?
I think so.
Remember when Blockbuster used to exist?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh my god!
Isn't there still? No, what's the one?
There's one store
they were talking about
Alaska. No, it's Alaska. Of course, it would be Alaska.
Glamour shots. They were talking about it on the radio there. There's still 5 in the country. There's still
glamour shots. Oh my god. Oh, I remember people that did that. And every time you went to somebody's house that had glamour shots, you kind of peed a little. Yeah. I was like, I can't take this person
Because that
seriously.
picture looks like nobody in the house. Their hair is this wide.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was the 80s though, man. Come on, man. My sister had cans. Like I had Tracy had them, man. I had 3 sisters, and they had cans of Aquanet this high, man. You know what my worst memory of me being a kid is with my sisters? My sister hit me with this is the worst memory. My sister hit me with a Cabbage Patch doll so hard, it left an imprint of the baby Cabbage Patch's face on my ribs.
Oh my gosh.
She just, that's how hard we weren't nice. We fought, but one of my worst memories of my sisters is they went to school before I did because they were older than me.
Yeah.
And they always got ready. And this is the era of the makeup, mascara, the powders, and all this shit.
Aquanet.
And the Aquanet hairspray, their hair's out to here and everything else. And every morning, my dumb ass would forget. And I would get my toothbrush. And I'd put my toothpaste on it, and it tasted like hairspray because it was so covered. And like my hands would be dark brown because there was so much powder. Like, oh my God, it was such the clown days. When women wear makeup now, I kind of get like, you don't need it.
Yeah.
You don't need it.
Yeah.
There's never been a woman that's wore more makeup that I was like, oh damn, that didn't wear it. I wasn't like, yeah, it's still be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like the sweatshirt look.
Yeah.
Like I don't like.
Yeah, I do too.
They look like clowns to me when girls wear makeup.
Yeah.
Girls will come to the gym and they'll be wearing makeup.
It's like,
I'm like, please stop. You look like a
it?
clown.
Yeah.
Like, why did you do that to
You're
yourself?
about to.
Yeah, just tattoo it.
Yeah.
I'm just a hater. Just put it on your body. Whatever that don't make sense now. It was cool 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But no, it's. I don't. We went on a thing there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But so what's up, man? So like, how many kids do you have now? Because
I have 2 kids myself, and then 3 stepkids. So I got a basketball team.
So you hate 3 of them, love 2.
No.
No, it's not like that. Try to.
No, I love.
How's
all
your
of them.
stepdad life though? I mean, you raised a lot of them, didn't you? You've been around for a long time.
Well, yeah. I mean, because me and Becca started dating. What was it 2010? Yeah. So yeah.
And she had
3.
She had 3 before. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping there would be one in between that wasn't.
Mm-mm.
No, I was hoping so we could talk about it. So explain the 3rd and the 4th one.
No, there's two mine.
What do they do? What are their interests? Like, what do you do with them during the day? Because after you get off work, what's your day? What's your day?
But they're how kids are. I mean, they're into their thing now.
Computer, man.
I'm usually at the shop pretty late, and I mean, by the time I get home, they're getting ready for bed. So it's more so, usually the weekends. You get to see them because there's just not enough hours in the day for me. Which my dad was a workaholic, so I just kind of I can't turn it off.
That's the thing. That's how I was getting ready to kind of go there, man. It's hard to turn that off.
Yeah,
it's hard to turn it off.
I'll do something and then maybe
I have to finish.
Yeah,
I have to finish Thursday. Yeah, with like I have to go. I have to do more today. I have to. There's different circumstances because our jobs are different, but yeah, I don't ever stop.
Yeah. When I first got that shop there, it wasn't anything for me to be in there for 16 hours, and
you would
not realize that I've been in there. Just
think about it. If you were in Ohio, where the fridge was next to the fridge full of beer, there we go. Why do you think we work so much? We're always at work. It's a party.
I do have 2 refrigerators, but neither one of them. I've got a little. It's almost a man cave. I've got a grill and one of them induction ovens and all kinds of stuff.
Induction oven.
Or the magnetized ones. They're.
Did you buy something like on the late night
TV
shows for $19.99?
No, they're cool. They're it's pretty much convection. I think that's what it's called. Where it's just like you have to use something that'll magnetize to it.
You, sir, are using words I had never heard of.
Well, like,
Convention?
convection. I think that's what it's
Convection
called.
oven. What's it do?
But it just heats stuff up a lot faster because it's.
Then a microwave?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'll like boil water like pretty quick.
We're high tech in the microwave.
Because it's
awesome.
Because it's heating up the whole pan. You know, you put something on a metal pan that
You can put metal in it too.
it magnetizes. It's just like a burner, except it works off of. I think what it does it's it's kind of like a. It's using frequencies instead of just
Did you say frequencies?
Frequencies, yeah.
They're talking to you. Gerald, they're talking to you, man. I think this is like...
I'm going to have to get the owner's manual and
figure it out. So, like, you guys kind of get your own grill. You kind of get, in a sense, you got your own Foreman.
I have this big George Foreman.
I have this...
I will cook steaks on that thing so quick.
Oh, hell yeah.
Great.
So that's at your work?
Yep. Yeah, I got a little kitchen area.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, if you're there 16 hours, man.
Well, I try not to be there like that anymore, but sometimes I am. I can't turn it off.
Well, you're 46?
46.
46, man. It's different. Like we talked in the beginning, man. This, I tell you what, last year, I mean, even after the surgeries I've had, I'm we're good.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, no, man. No. I mean, even a couple months ago, I've hurt my knee here recently. That's why I've kind of taken a break. But, and I don't even know what's wrong with that yet. That's not good. It gives out.
My knee's been bugging me, which, probably doesn't help that I'm a little overweight.
Well, no.
Still trying to.
No, Gerald, you're completely like. Just for a man your age, you're not overweight. I don't see it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't see it.
Thanksgiving weight from the past 10 years.
Is that my throat's never gotten smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah. So besides your shopping and everything else, you get to spend time with the kids and everything else. Is there anything like that?
That's one of the, that I have been feeling guilty lately about being out of shape because I'm pushing about 265, and it's not fair to them because they deserve a better me than I can't chase them and very long.
If we go up a lot of stairs, I'm there for a while.
Stairs are
just keep going. I'm buying the more expensive tickets at the ballpark.
Yeah, I'm done with stairs.
Dad comes into an oxygen tank. Wheel me in, man.
Yeah, it's just a good thing I'm married to a nurse.
Well, she's not here right now.
I know.
She just got a job or something that
She looks at me with a lot of concern.
It could be today that he starts going. Like at any moment, this bastard's out.
Make sure that life.
My question is, how good's your insurance?
Yeah.
Not been making the payments much, Gerald?
I think if it was too good, she'd kill me.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, she's gonna ride this one out for a little bit.
Why
She's like, he's never here anyway. It's fine.
Maybe we really need a $15 million.
$15 million, and I need to sign it today, huh? I said, no thinking. Talk to my lawyer. Things are that good in your life, huh?
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. That just makes me not want to go to town even more.
Yeah, exactly.
No, man. You got anything coming up?
Not a whole lot. Just waiting on the weather to cooperate, and that's like a farmer. My work's seasonal, so.
That's what's so funny and so trippy to me about your gym, or not your gym, but your job.
Yeah.
Is you literally waiting for bad things to happen? You're like Mr. Burns.
Yeah, I don't want any tornadoes. I don't want anybody hurt, but it's a bunch of golf balls falling out of the sky.
Weather Channel is your favorite app?
Oh yeah, that's the employment channel. That's what we call it.
That's the employment. Yeah. You check the employment channel today. Anything in Southwest going on today?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah.
How do you know? Do you watch Storm Chasers?
I've got apps. There's a tornado.
That's awesome. He's looking right now.
Yeah, there was a tornado in New Mexico a little bit ago. So
Did you catch the ones that went through my town? Do you remember in Ohio those tornadoes that killed the guy and all that?
no, I knew they'd had some storms because a buddy of mine still lives in Findlay, and he posted some pictures of it was, I think it was north of there though, maybe either north or south.
Salina's a little bit where it went through with the tornado, actually. I don't know if there's more than one, though.
Yeah.
I really don't know too much on it because all I seen was a bunch of houses just like, outside of Salina.
Yeah.
It was knocked down. I guess a tornado touched down. One guy died, but I think it was like an old man. It's kind of like when the heat goes out or the air conditioner goes out, they die heat stroke.
You're going to lose.
You're going to lose.
They're
going to go. Yeah.
Check on them. Because there's a good chance that,
Did anybody check on Grandma? I called my mom, or they didn't call. I don't call anybody. Don't call me. Don't call me. Like that's what I don't want to talk.
I don't think we've ever spoken on the phone.
No, nobody calls me.
Ever in the history.
People will be calling me right after I text them. I'm like, just text, dude.
Yeah.
Just text. We don't need to talk.
Yeah.
I'm a prick.
Yeah,
but even with my mom, I talk to my mom every now and then a little bit more when I'm driving and all that. But I have no desire to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
And it's very odd, but I text all the time. But they got this great thing now, the voice text.
Yeah.
Siri is my best friend.
Oh yeah.
Siri.
I haven't used that yet.
You haven't?
I haven't used it. I should, but
I'm all for it.
And I text a lot. I mean, I get people will. I get a lot of calls and a lot of texts. People will send me pictures of their damage and stuff, and I'll look at
what
it.
kind of pictures, Gerald?
Of their vehicles that are damaged.
Oh, they're damaged. What kind of pictures you getting there, Gerald?
No, nothing like that.
I'm still
all business.
Strictly business, my God.
Yeah.
No, man. I like most of the stuff that we do now. I mean, even bringing it back even to the Trump conversation, we're talking about, man, Clinton was doing certain things. He was just nobody didn't have the facts to check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
exactly.
Clinton bragged just as much. Clinton was suave, went on Arsenio, did all that, playing looking good.
If you'd have had social media when he was governor, he'd have never made it to the White House.
And that's what's funny is you're from Arkansas, where he was governor of Arkansas.
Yeah.
I'm from Ohio, and all I remember is that dude, that cat's cool. I hope that guy's president.
Yeah.
Compared to whoever the next whitey next to him that was like, oh, I hate everybody.
But then once Hillary kind of gets in the limelight, and everybody kind of sees what she's
what a
made
sweetheart that woman seems.
Oh,
like.
that lady's freaking crazy.
No.
Yeah.
No, did you see when they killed Gaddafi or one of those people over? They killed somebody. They killed a world leader.
It was.
I think it was Gaddafi.
Was it? Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, fact check me on that. But no, she goes, we came, we thought we killed. It's like, you just killed a world leader. Like, this ain't.
Yeah.
And you like you did it yourself, homie. Like, you're throwing gang signs, everything, walking up in there. Like, what? You just killed somebody? Yeah. You're bragging and laughing about it. I mean, are we that desensitized? But that's the thing. When there was no way. I never once thought she was going to win, and nobody believed me.
Yeah.
I was like, Trump's winning. I was like, Trump's winning.
Like, no. That's the thing I don't understand is how somebody can how everybody didn't get up and go down there and go, no, absolutely not. We cannot let her be. But I don't care what side of the freaking aisle they're on.
The LBGT. She didn't like you in the 90s. She didn't like the gays.
People.
She didn't like nobody. She didn't like the gays. My bad. Sorry. Yeah. If that's not political. But she didn't like anybody. She didn't like anybody that wasn't white. Yeah. That wasn't paying her bills. Yeah. That was going to make her career. I mean, she didn't like anybody. Yeah. And
I mean, what her...
But nobody listened. But that's the thing. That's the hardcore fans.
Yeah.
And we're Democrats. We're staying there. Like it's like, you don't see this woman.
Yeah. Nobody wants to look at the historical facts.
But that's
Especially about Democrats.
no facts, man. People want to know the story. They don't want the facts.
Yeah.
Tell me the story. I want to hear that story so I can make up my own story that it can perceive to me.
Yeah. I don't want to hear that one. You know, that the more Republican the South got, the less racist it become. Because that don't sound good.
No.
I mean, it's you know.
It's not. It's not the way it should sound, man.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not-
Democrats started the KKK. No.
That's the thing. It's rooted here still, though.
Yeah.
Ain't it like?
Yeah, it is.
Where do we live? There's a town. I was coming back with town one time. They're like, you are driving through. They had signs.
Yeah, like Harrison or
Harrison. It's Harrison. Harrison, Arkansas. Like how? Maybe okay. Here's the thing: is it okay to? I don't like those people. Like if you're known as like I don't like you. Like, we got nothing, man. I went to war with some people. I went to war with some different cultures.
Yeah.
Samoans doesn't matter. I don't care. Like football. I've torn it. Like some of my best friends. Like, and you're gonna have that town.
Yeah.
And you're gonna brag about it. Man, pipe that shit down. Pipe it down. Just like, hey, y'all need to go to a different town and shut up. Yeah. But is that insensitive to me? Because is it their right to hate somebody? Is it their right to have that? It's their right to protest peacefully. It's right that just because I don't believe. Because here's the thing: we didn't get in the religious thing. Yeah. You're raised Protestant. I was raised Catholic. Which one's right? Yeah. So we can't really.
I mean, you definitely have the right to assemble. That's nobody can take that away from. But how hard are you going to protest?
That's something.
Are you going to burn everything down?
Where's it going? Where's it went anywhere? Has it gotten better?
Has a protest ever ended well?
Nothing.
Well,
nothing. It's just a bunch of people that got a lot of free time. It seems.
Yeah. I mean, tempers flare up, and it's usually.
I mean, here's the truth though. Like, are we? Am I even? Because I really don't know. Some protests probably have changed some things.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't the one that Madonna was at the last time.
I think. I mean, yeah. Should the NFL players protest? Yeah, they should. But they should pick a better time to do it. They shouldn't do it during the national anthem.
Thank you. You're
still everybody's, like, well, that song used to have, slaves. Send it to the Constitution.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in there. It's pretty much in there. It's pretty much in there.
Yeah, they changed it. We changed it.
That's the thing. Things are different now.
The country's changed.
Yeah.
We're going in a better direction. I mean,
that's the point, though. Is like
when they say, please rise to honor the men and women who have died for our country, and you sit there and kneel, yeah, you deserve to be called a son of a bitch. I'm sorry.
Well, here's the thing. Even on that, like, I get it. Like, I get it. Like, maybe not from that perspective, or even, like, I do get it. But what it became was not what he intended. Yeah. It wasn't Kaepernick's fault. Because here's the thing. I get it. Like, man, there's a poster like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the 70s. That's what Kaepernick is that. No one's going to remember it because we're so quickly forgotten. But the thing is, I get it. But like you said, man, I support him.
Pick a better time, but don't just do it when the camera's on you. They don't do it in the off season.
Well, I think it was one of the Pittsburgh Steelers guys.
Yeah.
He was a damn Army Ranger playing, and he came out while the rest of the team said he's allowed to do that, and they chastised him.
Yep.
I
bought his jersey just for that fact.
That was a Pittsburgh. You're a Steelers fan, which wasn't that damn hard. Congrats.
No, big stretch there.
Boo! It's like, yeah. Well,
I haven't watched the game. I haven't, and not because.
I think the last time I watched the game was actually with you.
Probably.
I've not watched NFL in years.
It's probably the last time we were in the Super Bowl, I think.
I've not watched Super Bowl probably the past 5 years.
Yeah.
It's old to me. What is it?
I don't not watch it because of the protest or because I'm offended or
no.
It's just because I don't want to watch that and have that make my mind up for me. I don't want to be mad about I don't want to see somebody disrespect the flag and the soldiers and because they are doing that because it's,
Keep on.
because it's
We're doing something. Because
like with the hands up, don't shoot, being predicated on kind of a lie about the Michael Brown thing,
Well, you're on this stuff a little bit more. Is because to me, and this is just me, and I really do feel this way. I forgot about it.
Yeah.
But so is it still like that when you because you're watching the football and everything else doing the Michael Brown, or even like I think Shaq was still playing when something happened.
Yeah.
Can't breathe. The Can't Breathe T-shirts.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
The guy
to me, that's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I really don't care. I really don't care about any of it. You know why? Because I'm a selfish person.
Yeah.
And that's the honest God truth. And all of us are. All of us do what was dealt with whoever we love, whoever we want to help out.
Right.
But, I don't, that did not change anything in my life.
Right.
Other than just point out how idiocratic, I guess that's a word, maybe, just the idiocy of it all, of just how both sides act, and how the media portrays it.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like, I feel like the media tries to turn everybody against each other.
They're not going to not show it, that's going to be their focus is anything that they can, if they know it pisses you off to see somebody do something, that's what they're
Well, here's the thing. Social media, like with Facebook and everything else, they put things on there that will make people angry because they get more reactions from them making people angry.
Yeah.
It's Instagram. All that is it called Instagram?
You'll look at something longer if it makes you mad.
Well, yeah. I'll read that if it's like, wait a second. They don't like me.
Yeah.
Being with two midgets at once, that's ridiculous.
That's your problem.
No.
I
have been part of the circus for years.
That's the only way my wife said I could have a threesome.
And a trampoline, Gerald. Negotiate a trampoline. You can use it for the kids after just pressure wash.
Yeah.
The only way my wife and oh man.
Let's end the politics thing. Let's talk about
I would take that though.
Would you?
Oh, take two midgets?
Oh my gosh.
What?
Do they have to be dudes or you?
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Gross.
We can't call them midgets though.
Oh, my bad. You're right. But here's the thing.
I don't even know what you're supposed to call them.
No, small people. I think
that's not it.
That's not it? Because that seems more offensive to me.
That sounds worse.
That to me it sounds worse, but I don't know. But politically correct, I think it was small person.
Mentally challenged just sounds way worse than retarded.
But here's the thing. Those are the words we grew up on.
Yeah.
Everybody was a fag.
Like fag, yeah. That doesn't mean that they're...
I called my mom a fag. That's gay.
Yeah.
I still do it. And it's like, that's gay.
Gosh.
That's gay. And it doesn't even mean, I don't even care. It has nothing to do with another person being with another person of the same sex. Go for it. Knock yourself out.
Don't get me started on the trans... Look, if you want to dress like a chick, but you're a dude...
I do a lot.
And whatever. But if my daughter's in the bathroom and you're going there, I'm not going to have a good
here's the
reaction
thing.
to that.
The misconception, and here's where I don't think people think of this, and I did some research. I really did look into this.
Yeah.
Okay, what they're saying is conjoined bathrooms.
Yeah.
Co-sex bathrooms.
Right.
Those are all singular bathrooms.
Yeah.
There's not more than one toilet in those bathrooms. But instead of going men, women, now it's one bathroom. You just now I gotta fucking wait because there's a tranny in there. But he ain't supposed to say tranny, But here's the thing. Now I gotta wait for him to put on her makeup and be out the door so I can go.
Yeah.
But that's the most consumption because they were acting like the media and everything acted like they were going to turn men's and women's public bathrooms into
just a bathroom.
to just a bathroom.
No.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. When I gotta go. Yep, son, come on, let's go. We're going to the women's restroom. I gotta go, man. I'm like, I've held a. If there was in that women's bathroom, I'm like, I click, lock that door. Let's go. Wash your hands, man. No, hey. Sometimes that ain't better in the women's restroom. I'm telling you. Sometimes them girls miss too. But no, like those are the words. Those are the words that I'm disappointed because I like all those words.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, those words are so good. Remember the word twat? See, instantly made you laugh. Instantly.
I don't think I've ever said it.
No! I think it all the time. I'm like, that pen's a twat.
But it's
like, oh, that pen's a twat. It makes me, because it's just, it means nothing.
Yeah.
It means nothing to me. Now, to other people, okay, so this is like the rebel flag.
Yeah.
This really is, man.
Yeah.
Because in our generation, the rebel flag was allowed on one of the most popular TV shows.
Yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard and all that.
Right.
Okay, and as soon as it became a symbol of racism,
right,
it wasn't a symbol of racism.
No.
It was a symbol of pride. Leonard Skinner had a huge... but it was a symbol of Southern pride.
Yeah.
That's who the South was. And it got turned into racism by whoever, doesn't matter. I don't even know. I don't even know where to start on that one. That's another rabbit hole. But they jerked it off. They took it all off. They pulled it from everything because of that flag. Yeah. Because the culture and society changed towards that symbol. Yeah. And it just like the culture and society changed towards the symbol of us being politically incorrect and not even know what word to damn say. Yeah, well, because you know what? They were called midgets when I was a kid. And I've been calling them, but now they're called small people, which to me seems like I don't want to say that to them. Yeah. Hey, small person. Yeah. You're not a big person, huh? Not a big boy yet. Yeah. Yeah. Not that tall guy can't reach the table. Need a step stool. Right. That's that's insulting.
Does Santa know that you're?
What's that?
Does Santa know that you're?
Yeah. Hey, did you take a vacation, son? It's December. Like, get on the market. Like, you're getting double overtime right now. What are you doing here? Yeah, but those are the words we grew up on.
Yeah, and they don't mean anything. They're just but the minute you can get offended, that's when it means something. When you can.
I think people look a lot for people to be offended. I think people look. Are they looking for something? Are you looking for something to be mad at?
No. There's plenty to be mad at without having to look for something.
Like that lady that was driving next to the other goddamn car. Why were you driving as fast as her? Anyway.
There needs to be something that we can all, just black, white, everything, we can all just get together and hate. Collectively.
Other countries?
Maybe.
No. Aliens.
Aliens.
Let's all get that Michael Jackson song out there. The Feed the World Life Aid. Feed the world, make it a better place. Ugh. And then we start fighting like, hey, Trump started a Space Force. Yep. Yeah. America. Everybody knows that movie and knows the next lyrics to that song.
Mm-hmm. What was the Star Wars? Not the Star Wars.
Oh, I've never watched it.
One of the presidents. No, not that. It was like, who was it? One of the presidents.
Reagan. Star Wars.
Was it Reagan?
It was Reagan. Star Wars.
Yeah.
My brother is part of the Air Force. And my brother goes, yeah, when Reagan was talking about that, it was already existing.
They wanted to put nukes on satellites or something?
No, they put weapons on satellites.
Yeah.
Oh, don't even start with me. My brother was in the Air Force. I heard some shit.
Yeah.
and no, it was, Reagan was talking about putting lasers or some type of things on satellites. We didn't know what the hell satellites were back then. Right. We do now because we depend on this.
Bouncing, yeah.
Because we depend on that to work. But back then, everybody was like, no. They said, no, don't do it. And my brother was like, he goes, that shit already existed before he pretended to say, hey, we just want to budget it. Yeah. We want to make it legal to have a budget. We don't use it out of the black budget. We use it out of the good budget. Yeah. That was legal. But you don't think it's a good thing now?
Yeah.
You can go drop a bomb. We can go shoot somebody over there that's being bad. Man, we're America. We got to be about winning.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
just
about.
the stuff that you know about. Imagine what you don't know about.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say it's all true.
Yeah.
That's why it's all true. Yes. They're like, if you look at the pictures from the back in the day about aliens, you look it up. Aliens in paintings. Medieval paintings, like all these paintings, Christianity paintings. There's a light that they're like, oh, it was just it's a representation of a light of Jesus. No, if you look at where that light's coming from, it's a little ship. It's in the sky. People are looking at it like this.
What's the hieroglyphic? Whatever the stuff that's like painted on the walls and stuff in caves.
Yeah, they're all There's a reason those people went in those caves, man.
Yeah.
There's a reason. There's 3 levels under China they just found. There's a reason they went in them caves, man. And we'll tell you what, because they just found out, like, within a year ago, within a year, we were talking about this earlier, within a year, like, some huge asteroid, like, they found out, like, ooh, this is what killed everybody.
Yeah.
Man, we just wanted we're the ants.
Yeah.
Welcome to Ants Marching. We're the ants that climbed in our little caves and made these little burrows. We're a burrow, man, because the planet exploded not too long ago. Now, in our lifetime, it means 1,000,000 years ago, 1,000 years ago. Think about that. We're here for maybe 60, 70. Of 1,000 years, we're going to remember everything?
Yeah.
You don't think some shit happened? There was people more high-tech than us. They still can't figure out how they cut the rocks in certain places of the world.
Right.
And they're like, they're going to pretend that this world something didn't happen? Have you seen the universe picture?
Exactly.
Have you seen? Because truthfully, you look at that. Like, we're here. There's a giant. And I want to have one made like these because it's like you're here. And you look at it, it's like, wait a second, and that's 3 of my lifetimes away from me.
Right.
I'd have to get on a ship as a baby, and I'd never make it to some of those places.
Yeah.
So far, so it's like, you think there ain't shit out there? You don't.
Yeah, out of the. Yeah, it's no. There's right. Too many other planets. You know.
Well, even that's just the things that we don't know.
Right, and the closest one to us maybe could have sustained life, but.
And you don't think that place got hit by a rock?
Yeah, exactly.
Mars got hit.
Yeah.
They showed there's a giant ring of rocks orbiting with the planets. Okay, what happened? What was in that giant ring? It was a planet. Something hit that son of a bitch and went boom, and it still stayed in orbit in our solar system.
Right.
I think there's 9 planets. Is that what they say? There's a 10th. There's 10 spots.
Yeah.
There's 10 spots. Wow. And one of those planets is not there, and it's just a big ring of rocks.
Wow.
Something hit that mother. And that's what's funny. It's like people don't pay attention to that. Right. Man, I ain't looking towards the future of like us not getting along. It's like, dude, there's some shit gonna hit us.
Yeah, we have more stuff to worry about than
Yeah, there's let Elon Musk take SpaceX up there and go build some stuff somewhere else. Is that thunder?
Yep.
Oh, you might have to call your Uber, young man.
No.
But no, we'll wrap this up, man. You got anything going on there recently?
No. What about you? Are you fighting anymore? Or are you?
Well,
you gonna...
that's too deep.
To be continued.
To be determined.
Oh,
that's what I was trying to say. I was that guy.
Yeah.
I was like, that's too many B's.
Yeah.
That's too deep determined. Good Lord, I hate that word. I can't say certain words, man.
Yeah.
But no, I don't really know what's going on. My knee is jacked.
Yeah.
And it's not getting better. Like, I can't. It gives out every 5 steps, man. It's people see me. I'm like,
I know the feeling. Mine. I need to drop about 50 pounds just to take the weight off my knee.
The sexy.
I wish I knew a good gym.
I wish I knew a good gym that didn't make me work out. That didn't make me get my heart rate up so I could play with my kids in the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, you bring that other one over here. Give me that one too. You've had enough calories today. Yeah. You're on a shit now. And here's the thing with I'll tell you what. You want to know the coolest thing about like me knowing, like doing health and fitness and everything, all the things I've done. if you just, it's like a cigarette.
Yeah.
It's like I've smoked through my life, you know, I've on and off, chewed, whatever. If you just stop and you just say, okay, I've got 5 Cokes. I'm drinking 5 Cokes a day. Whatever it is, that's just the number.
Right.
I'm going to drink 3. I'm going to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's all I'm going to do. And then, a couple weeks later, you break it down. I'm just going to have one for dinner and breakfast. Got to have my Diet Coke. All these people die, I got to have my Diet Coke.
Right.
You know, and then you wean yourself off, and it takes time. People get so unhappy with the results they get in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm not being, no, I'm going to say the way I say it to everybody. How long did it take your fat ass to get that fat?
Exactly. Yeah.
How long? You got to get 15 years into that stomach?
Yeah.
You're waiting 2 weeks to look like Brad Pitt? Shut up.
Yeah.
Eat some more saltines, not so many chips, a little bit more water. Let's start this.
Stop watching the scale.
Yeah, every year there's a new diet.
Oh my gosh.
Every year was with South Beach, Miami Beach, the Atkins, and now the carnivore, and now
keto.
Have you counted your macros? Have you counted your macros? Shut up, mother! Shut up!
Stop making.
Do you know what an avocado is?
Yeah.
Eat it.
Just work out.
Some lettuce, some I knew I'd get on this. Well, how much ketchup do you eat?
Ketchup? Mm-hmm. I try not to have any ketchup. I do. I try not to.
But here's the thing. You're saying you try.
I try.
You try.
I don't always succeed.
So you're having ketchup.
The last probably 10 times I've ate fries, I haven't had ketchup. So which is worse.
So I salted those motherfuckers, but I didn't have no ketchup.
Yeah.
Did you eat mayonnaise on them?
No.
People don't do that here. You know what's funny? I used to love mustard mayonnaise.
I hate mayonnaise. It's nasty.
Well, my theory on life is if you watch people, like, I can't figure out why I can't lose weight. I ate eggs this morning.
Yeah.
I ate a small sandwich that didn't have much bread on it. And I I ate a hamburger tonight. It was a lean buffalo burger. My first question is, you know what you did? So you should ketchup on that shit, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
You put ketchup in there. Like, yeah, it's drowning. Squirt bottles. You ever go to Sam's to see how big those ketchup bottles are?
Yeah.
They're like gallons.
Yeah.
But kid size. I don't know how they do it. It's like
Becca's got me into the habit of looking at the labels on stuff, which is good. You know, I'll look for the carbs and sodium and all that stuff. And, ketchup's a lot of sodium.
Do you know you're wasting your time? I'm sorry. Tell Becca that she's going to be upset with me. You're wasting your time. You know it's bad for you.
Oh, yeah.
You know. Like, people are like, what do I eat? I'm like, what do you eat now? Well, I eat a honey bun in the morning. I'm going to backhand your fucking ass right now because you know what? You know what? There ain't nothing that says, if you eat honey, you might be okay. You might.
Yeah.
You know, but like honey bun, like anything from a gas station. No. Anything from a gas station. Sometimes they sell that fruit. Have you ever bought that fruit at the gas station?
No.
There is some poor broke person that came across the border that picked all this shit. You know, that is not getting paid because I ain't eating an apple from a gas station.
No.
But you eat that pizza.
Yeah, that's true.
That pizza is good.
Yeah, the pizza is good.
Gas station pizza.
I try to squeeze some of the grease off of it.
I'm looking at that plate. You know, that little triangle like sheet they give you that always slides out because you got 4 pieces. You're looking like, I ain't got nothing. I got meat.
You got grease running down.
I'm glad I shaved my arms. Rubbing my beard, I can smell. I love some gas station pizza.
Yeah, you can't wipe the smell off of it.
I'm gonna smack myself in the ass here in a second, Gerald.
No,
man. We'll end on that, but I appreciate you coming, bro. Oh, no. Did you see the Anthony Joshua?
Yeah, what was the other guy? The dad?
Ruiz. Nobody knows his name.
Ruiz.
Ruiz.
That was a sloppy fight, though.
From both?
Yeah. It was pretty. I mean,
they both hit each other with some shots.
Yeah, but I mean, these fighters anymore, they throw 15 just punches.
Yeah.
Might connect somewhere,
Well, here's the thing,
A lot of mess. I mean, it's just they're just.
The sports evolved so good. It's so technical.
Speaking of technical, what did you think about the McGregor and Mayweather fight?
Oh man, that's one of those things where I thought, like, literally, I knew Conor wouldn't get him.
No.
You're messing with one person. One of everybody. Do you like I went earlier and said, how many people are on this planet?
Yeah.
One of everybody. He is the best.
Yeah.
See his defense against certain people, he barely gets hit.
Yeah.
He barely gets hit.
And
I like Conor, but it's more about money. It's more about
that's what that was.
They needed it.
I knew that if Conor had whooped him, it'd have been,
But
rigged.
boxing would have died too.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. But
Floyd ain't gonna take no. He controls it all.
No.
Like Floyd ain't gonna take no dive for no money. He made $400 million in that fight.
If you watch, you can tell
He
the
became
minute,
Trump.
Yeah, you can tell the minute he was done with that. I mean, it was just like, okay. I mean, he was hitting him from like 5-6 feet away.
Floyd's never been known to knock people out.
He was
never
trying. I think
Floyd was just at the beginning. Yeah, I think he was trying to knock him out. Yeah. Towards the end, are you talking?
And the funny thing was, the crowd that I was watching with, it was all white guys, and you could tell the minute that it started to look bad for Conor because they got really quiet. I knew he was. I knew there was no freaking way.
You know me well enough. I'm talking shit to the TV. I say, "Oh, here he comes!
Yeah, it's
over. They showing you getting tired. Those gloves getting heavy, Conor."
And me and the guy got in an argument. He's like, "The ref stopped it too soon." Conor was getting the shit beat out of him. He would have. It did not stop it too soon.
See Floyd just over the left, right?
He's like, he could have caught him with the left though. I was like, he had 9.5 rounds to catch
him. Catch him with the left.
Do it.
That's just ignorance on somebody. Like, so whoever just said that's a stupid person.
I mean, how is Conor in this fight still?
Well, and that's the thing. It was I will give it this. I will give it the most noble, honorable mention effort. Yeah. Because Conor said one thing that was absolutely true. Floyd, if it was a real fight, you'd be dead. Yeah. And truthfully, if you could kick, wrestle, Conor gonna kill you.
Even if it was
a real fight. Now, boxing is a sport.
Right. Yeah,
okay?
It's a technical.
Boxing is a technical thing.
Match.
People don't understand that. They think it's just a bunch of boxing is a technical sport. Yeah. Conor and I have fought.
Right.
When you get a knee to the face, I don't care who says, it's a different animal.
Right.
When you don't know that, Frazier's talked to me and him are friends. Yeah. He's like, I never thought you would head kick me. I was like, dude, I couldn't wait to.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Yeah. I had that weapon. I like he will, and I throw kicks in every fight. I throw one kick that's always going to land.
Right.
It's one kick, but it's when you're going a certain direction.
Right.
But that's the thing. Conor was right. If it was a real fight, Floyd would be dead. But however, that's not what they were doing.
That's not, that wasn't.
They were boxing, and they were going by the Queensberry rules of boxing and how to do this. And there's a style. I mean, there's so many different styles, but it's boxing. You can have the old James Toney shoulder out style, where you come because that's when he got older. Yeah. That's when he started doing that. I mean, you could have the Tommy Morrison style, that lead left hook.
Right.
He was in the South. I think it was lead left hook. But even or the Tyson does my style, peekaboo. Yeah. And just hit, boom. Just cause let's but it's all so technical because if you look, everything's off that jab. Where in MMA, in a real fight, it's not off a jab.
Yeah.
No.
Everything. It's you switch to southpaw because you want to take the guy down.
Well, here's the thing. I think it's going to be a little bit more revolutionary in boxing. Even the way I was told, in the beginning, it's true. In the beginning, when you first start training, stay with whatever stance you start with.
Right.
If you're right-handed, your right hand's your power, your left hand's your front side. Right. And so keep your best hand, the one you right with, at this one. That's the more power. It will when you learn the technique. But I think when fighters evolve a little bit more, now our generation is going to see everybody switching stances.
Yeah.
Because MMA can do it, but it's how you switch your stance.
Right.
When you see somebody switch their stance with wide feet and go out like this, I hope, because my fights, I'm coming.
Yeah.
You just gave me an opening. I'm going right down the middle because you're on your heels and both your feet are even.
Yeah.
You know, it's the ones that do it sneakily where they follow what Tyson did it. Most people didn't know Tyson would switch to southpaw and then throw that huge uppercut.
Right.
Even though the game, I don't think they showed it on the game. I really don't know. But what he would do is he would jab, cross, and his right hand that was coming right behind that, he would switch his stance. So his left here, his right hand and leg would follow behind it.
Right.
So he'd get on that side of the body and boom, uppercut. So you get through the body hook, uppercut. Everybody remembers that. Everybody that ever watched boxing in the 80s. And that was Tyson's, that was the switch stance.
Yeah.
And it worked. And now you can see boxers being a little bit more comfortable with that.
Right.
You know, but when I started kind of boxing, which is not that long into this. I mean, it's only been 10, 15 years I've been boxing and fighting of my life. And so, 29, so 12?
Yeah.
12 I've been fighting. So, it's not that long where I've seen it when I started training that they would not let you, but it's probably because they're new, but when they get older, when you get more mature, that's going to be the biggest thing is you're going to see more of that switch in style because it's beautiful when people do some certain things. Or they throw a right hand behind with a right kick. They'll go one and they'll throw a right hand and here comes their kick because they're so flexible.
Right.
Man, fighting's evolved so much, you know, but the thing with Conor and Floyd, it was on money.
Yeah.
Man. It was a great thing to do.
Yeah.
Everybody watched it.
Yeah. But you knew how it was going to end. If you didn't, you're crazy. I mean, Floyd could have took him out in boxing, you know.
Well, there's a certain pedophile in Paragould that thought it was going on, so I remember that guy. Yeah, and
I like the day that he the guy you're talking about. He asked Nick
Smith
to fight him, and Nick's like, "You're wasting my time."
Yes.
I was like, "Why would I do that?"
Oh God, I hate, you know.
I was like, "Oh my God."
Here's the thing, but the worst thing that ever happened when I was first coming here, everybody wore the Affliction and Tap Out, but it was the style, man. They're buying $120 Affliction shirts, and I'm standing there going, I've been in Vegas and fought in that cage.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing that clothing.
Right. Because they're selling them with Happy Meals now.
Yeah,
guys are getting them
now they're at Walmart. Now they're like everybody's a fighter.
Yeah.
Everybody's a fighter.
Yeah. It's like
Oh man, one kid. I don't know if you ever caught this. One kid was like, my granddad was Crazy Legs McGraw or whatever. And it was like, and this guy was crazy, man. This guy was the guy that got flipped out of the police car.
Yeah.
Like the police car got rolled and he went out the back windshield, got up and started running. This guy was crazy. The only other guy ever, I don't know how he came into my life. One day he was just there. And he was telling me about how he wanted to spar with me. And I tore my bicep sparring with amateurs because they don't move like you should.
Right.
Which is probably a good thing, but when you're going 25-30% of what you can go just to play with somebody, and they're not moving the right way, that hurts you. A lot of pro athletes won't work with amateurs as far as sparring, boxing, jiu-jitsu, and anything else because they don't have the control yet.
Yeah.
And it really is the control. But it's also one of those things that pro fighters are most pro fighters are such an elite level of what they do and how they move. It's all calculated. It's all whoever's got better eye and hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
Whoever's got better footwork, I should have said footwork first.
Willing to put in the repetitions.
Okay, so which one of the posters did you like out in the living room first? Because I seen you looking at you like, man, we got to talk about that.
I don't know.
It's got the Rocky Marciano one. I got the Tyson one. I got the Wilder.
I like I'm either a Tyson or a Marciano fan for sure. You know, who's your all time if two guys that you could put in the ring together?
Tyson Ali.
Yeah.
Easy. Tyson Ali.
Yeah.
Two completely different styles. Okay, but if you watch a video, what's interesting, I'm glad you asked that question. If you watch a video, Customato and Muhammad Ali were playing with each other, just shadow flowing, shadow boxing, whatever.
Yeah.
And Cuss was about to get in that ass on Muhammad, and Muhammad had to pick up his speed.
Yeah.
And Cuss is like 90.
Right.
Cuss is just like he's working it, and like, but see, that's the thing. Customato worked with Ali, worked with I think Foreman, worked with a lot of guys, or his style did as well.
Right.
You know, but yeah, it would be Tyson Ali.
Yeah.
That's hands down. I don't really. I mean, Tyson was such a beast, and Ali was such a. I mean, how he tricked people. How he was Tyson or Ali was the most like. Tyson was such an explosive phenom.
Yeah.
And Ali was such a story.
Yeah.
Because he take those punches. It was so beautiful. Because like what he did at Foreman, what he did with everything. You know.
Yeah. I mean, what Frazier. You know.
That fight was amazing. You know, but the thing, Tyson was. You knew what happened.
Yeah.
Don't go to the bathroom.
My all-time. Oh yeah, you can't. No. My all-time would be Ali. Ali when he fought Sonny Liston, and then when he fought Foreman.
Okay, how's that Ali? How many of those ultras have you had?
No, you get. I mean, if you're doing theoreticals,
Yeah.
Ali at a certain point in time against Ali at a different point in time. Ali when he fought Sonny Liston.
No. Let's do it a little bit deeper. Let's go to that right ball. Cassius Clay versus Muhammad Ali.
Well, yeah, you take an 18-year-old Ali against a 36-year-old Ali. You know.
I don't know, man.
I mean, phenomenal speed at 18. Phenomenal speed. You know. But then
being a veteran,
then you got the mental. You know.
Because here's the thing, I really, truthfully, if we were talking about that scenario, we'll end on this because it's getting a little bit long. I know we're having fun, but we'll end on this. If we're talking about speed, and we're talking about veteranship, or whatever that may be, man, I'm taking the old man.
Yeah.
I'm taking old man strength. Because here's the thing, the strongest I've ever was in my whole entire life was like 35, 37.
Yeah.
I mean, I was stronger pushing. And I said this with I did a podcast with Gunnar Wilbanks, who won a strongman competition.
Yeah.
And I told him, man, when I was 35, that was strong. Now, could I bench press? No. Could I squat like that? No.
Mm-hmm.
But if I got you on the mat,
yeah,
I knew how to use all that stuff, and that's veteranship. That's being in this game because I knew dirty tricks.
Yeah.
I knew certain things are going to make you hurt, my shoulder and your neck. So, man, I'm always going to go with the older guy versus the younger guy because I was athletic,
right?
but I had to work to be an athlete. Some people are just naturally gifted. John Jones, totally different specimen. John Jones has got everything. All his brothers are pro football players,
right?
But you know the old man, the veteran guy, John Jones will do great. Yeah. And then one day he'll lose a fight just like Anderson Silva did, and then the phenomenon will be over.
Right.
And that's just like Tyson. It's just like any of them. One day.
They can't, you can't do it forever.
Know who we didn't even say in this though? Floyd. Yeah. Floyd's the best.
Yeah.
Floyd's the greatest. So Floyd, young Floyd or now Floyd?
Not a Floyd against like a 24-year-old Floyd against a 24-year-old Sugar Ray Leonard.
Floyd. Sorry.
Sorry.
Floyd. It's all like I cannot go against the zero. If it was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, how many people can you name that made?
How many people have actually touched him?
Exactly.
Hit him. He got rocked in one fight maybe once.
He made De La Hoya look kind of
stupid.
sloppy. Yeah.
Stupid.
And De La Hoya used to be, I mean,
like Oscar was the shit.
He's washed up, but
I mean,
but he was still an incredible athlete.
What is the other one? The other little
Pacquiao.
Yeah. Pacquiao, and that fight happened too late. Yeah. Pacquiao's prime at that one. Bring that back 5-10 years ago. Before that fight actually happened, Pacquiao would have done better.
You'd want to see like Pacquiao against like Heck Camacho or something, or Boom Boom.
Ray Mancini,
yeah. You know,
that's some old man.
Oh
You're bringing back, dude.
Oh man, my dad was a huge boxing fan. I've seen all them old fights.
Yeah, I love everyone. Like even like before you showed up, I was outside and I was just chilling, whatever, and I was like looking at old Tyson fights.
Yeah,
Like,
I like watching those ESPN classics. They'll show some of the old stuff. But.
so, like, what are you watching? If you're watching something, we're running a little bit late, but we'll keep going. But what are you watching right now?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you watch? Like, everybody's in this Game of Thrones.
Oh, I'm into Marvel.
Oh,
Stuff like
yeah,
that. I love
okay.
but
I just watched all those. They ain't bad.
yeah, I mean
They're good. I ain't hating on them. I just don't watch much.
Yeah, I mean you gotta. I mean, there's 22, 23 movies. You get emotionally invested.
Well, yeah.
And stuff,
I had to watch the Infinity War or whatever. The
Infinity
Infinity War.
Game,
Yeah, then this new one's the Endgame, right?
Yeah.
Because I knew I was going to watch Endgame with Town. I want to know what the hell's happening. I ain't watched any of them. But I tell you what, I got a little bit choked up in Endgame.
Oh, yeah.
I got a little bit choked up twice. I was like...
I've seen it 7 times, and I still get choked up watching it.
Wow! 7 times!
Becca said she
Nerd alert! Nerd. Does anybody use that word anymore?
I don't know.
Nerd.
Yeah, might as well. Dork, nerd.
But it's kind of cool to be a dork.
I don't care. Yeah, I mean,
We'll end on that.
Yeah.
Gerald, you don't care, man. I appreciate you coming out and just having a good time, brother.
I loved it.
I appreciate being here, brother.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I did.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
We'll have to do it again.
Yes. Oh, hell yeah. Thanks, man. That was awesome. Yeah. Both of us stood up and like, ugh.
I threw my back out.
Just stood up. No, good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I'm going to text Tony.
Yeah, I need to start coming to the gym. That'd be.
Come on.